Yeah, so my name is Jordan Dallin from Bear River City. Um, I think that good mental health is, well, I think that all of us have problems, mentally, and so I think good mental health would be finding ways that we can combat, what goes on in our brain. And so I guess in short, it would be that ways that we can get out of our own head, essentially, to see reality how it is and not kind of what our reality makes our brain. The most difficult part about talking about mental health is it's very vulnerable. Um, the stigma beyond it. It took me even to this day, if I use the words my therapist said, I feel kind of crazy because I got to go to a therapist. Point being is I'm okay now with talking about depression, but it makes you feel less than. That's why it's hard. You feel like you are less than someone else, or you are crazy, or or it's in your own head. And it's not until we all come together and talk about it that we realize a lot of us have it, and we're just holding it in, and that makes it worse. But that's probably why it's just very vulnerable. You feel like it makes you less than, even though it's not the case. There was a quote and that said, it doesn't matter how long I know you, are you going to take the next 2 hours with me and listen? And I read that and I thought about that. I was like, golly, because I know a lot of people, that care about me, but they get caught up in their own world. And sometimes during those sad moments, it can be a stranger, that listens to you. And so I think that it's important to ask how you're doing, if you're sad, because, you can help other people. And then the other thing, though, too, is that's why I started mentioning I have depression. That is why I'm vocal about it, because I am now in a position when I talk about my feelings vocally, that other people will convey in me, because now it's easier for them to come to me, and they weren't able to come to anybody before because we all struggle, but we don't talk about it. And so I think that it's most important to look out for others. I think there's a lot more suffering than you think. And so how do we combat that? I think we just be understanding and love each other, and know that we don't know what they're going through, because you don't know what somebody's life is like, and the problems that they have, let alone if you've ever fought depression, you'll understand that what's going on in their head. I was the most happy kid from the outside, smiling, whatever, and felt the most alone. And so you just never know what people are going through, and so I guess talk about it, voice it, what we're doing here today, get it on video, tell people about, you're struggling and that it's okay, that it's okay, that it's not normal. It's more normal than not, but yet nobody talks about it.